everyone. Blackphoenix Entertainment. A lot of things have happened since I've been home from Van 22, and we're going to go over it, and a lot more stuff is going to happen, and stuff is currently happening right now. So, got a lot of updates to do in this video, and just keep you, the flock, up to date on what's going on with me. Let's start with some bonus footage that I didn't include in my Van 22 videos, and that leads into one of the problems that I've been having, currently having. I don't know. It's crazy, but I barely got home, so let's play that footage.
Final bonus footage from Van 22. Yeah, I'm stuck in it on my way home. Yeah, fog. I think it's raining. I don't know, or it's just such thick fog that it feels like rain. But I'll get home. Nothing like going the last 90 miles of your journey with brake failure and having to engine brake the whole time on the highway. But I limped it. I got it home, safe and sound. Minus all the smoke. Yeah. This thing's hurting.
So that was my trip home. Hit some weather, which is pretty standard for a long trip like that. But what's not standard is your bike freaking out and parts failing and warning lights and all that stuff. So pulled into gas in Connecticut, literally last 90-mile stretch. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna make it home. Started acting weird when I pulled up to the pump, so I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, I went on a long stint anyway, so filled it with gas, and I went to pull it around to just take a break and have a last snack or whatever. And there was a little bit of smoke. I'm like, oh, that's weird. At the time, I'm like, oh, maybe I spilled some gas on it, or, you know, whatever. You know, could have been something, whatever. The light had not come on yet. So I had my brake or whatever. Going to go onto the highway, I got stuck at a light. Some more smoke came out. I'm like, oh, that's really strange. Again, I don't think that much of it, because I'm just like, oh, you know, these things burn oil anyways. It could have been gas. Could have been anything. Plus, I'm not seeing any check engine lights or anything. As soon as I take the on-ramp to get onto the highway, I see this thing along the LCD panel screams, brake failure. And then the light comes on, the brake light. So I'm like, ah, crap. It could be the e-brake. If you leave the brake on, usually that light will come on and it'll, like, be angry with you. But it doesn't say brake failure, it says parking brakes. I'm like, okay, so it's not that. Everything was acting fine, there was no check engine light or whatever. I was going like 60, 65, feeling out the Spyder. I'm like, okay, I think I'm alright. And this is at like 6:30 in the morning, so I'm like, alright, whatever, there's no traffic. I'm just gonna go, because for people who are from New England, when you're in that last stretch of Connecticut going into Rhode Island, trying to get back into Mass, you just want to get home. You know how close you are, and you're just like, whatever. If it dies in Rhode Island, if it dies in Mass, fine, I'm that much closer to where my house is, so I just rode it all the way, engine braking. I luckily did not hit enough traffic where I really had to use my brakes or whatever. Got into the city, got it pulled right into the driveway right there, and now it had enough. That was it. So that was that. I had to get it towed, and it's in the shop. And a little bit later on in the video, I'll update you guys on what's going on with that. All right. Other thing that happened about when I get back. I got back on a Monday. That Friday, I ended up feeling a little sick, a little weird or whatever. First, it could be allergies. I'm allergic to absolutely everything, and allergy season has been horrible this year, so I'm like, whatever. I think it was just really bad allergies, probably mixed in with a weird cold. It was enough to make me feel like crap, enough to kind of drain your energy, stuff your nose, all that stupid crap, and just like, whatever. I worked through it. I'm like, I can't take any more time off because I just came back from Van, and I'm also taking a 10-day vacation out of the country in like the next week. So I came back from Van, working 2 weeks, and then leaving again for 10 days, and then coming back. So that was my schedule. So making this video, I'm feeling alright. I still have the remnants of it or whatever, you know, the stupid remnants of the phlegm and nose stuff. It's gross, but should be okay. Should be okay to go. Alright, so for the rest of these updates, let's get out of this office chair. Let's get out of here. Let's do some riding.
Alrighty. I'm on a Spyder, so literally, again, I do this a lot. You probably recognize the road. Just drove it out of the shop driveway. Yeah, so that was interesting. Very unknown. We weren't 100% sure what was going on with it. But we are successful and we have fixed it. So, what was going on with it? Why was it smoking? Why did I get brake failure light? So, I'm going to show a picture here of the culprit. That is a plastic piece that comes off of that main brake booster. That is sitting extremely close to the exhaust, and where a lot of heat-related things are basically dissipating heat. And just with the amount of miles, the heat, and all that stuff, that just ended up melting and leaking brake fluid. So, of course, the leaking brake fluid with the pressure and all of that, that triggered the light and all of that, and the smoke was just the, you know, the fluid going everywhere. So, we got that figured out. Now, the interesting part is trying to find parts for these older RS 998 motors. Or any pre-2014, not, you know, RT, RS, STS, STs, GSs, all those seem to be harder and harder to come by. If I wanted to go through a dealer and get it, I would have paid well over $300 and waited 4 weeks. Because they don't sell just that one plastic piece. They sell the entire booster as a unit. It all comes as a unit, connected or whatever. So, I had to buy the whole thing. So I said, I do not have the time, nor do I really want to spend that much money if I don't have to. So, I went scouring the internets, and what did I find? eBay! I had some dude on eBay was selling a bunch of, like, used parts, basically, and he had this specific part for this specific year, and I was like, thank you. Got it the same week, a hell of a lot less money, and Spyder's up and running. No issues, no lights. Good to go! Now, if there's something to be said, I have not had really any problems with this Spyder. Like, at all. And you guys, my flock, you watch my channel, you see what I do. I put this thing through its tests. I take care of it, though. I do the work that needs to be done. I keep up with the maintenance and all of that. And the Spyder takes it and likes it. This is probably the biggest single issue since I bought this Spyder in 2018 that I've had. Like, arrow lights, all this stuff, smoke, never had that before. And it wasn't, at the end of the day, wasn't all that big of an issue. It was a leak. Once we took all the, once they took all the body panels off and all that and figured out what was going on, it's like, oh yeah, we just got to replace that, and that was it. So, don't let people scare you away from older Spyders, specifically the 998s. These things make heat anyways. It's the nature of what they are. You ask anybody who rides an older Spyder, they're like, yeah, it gets hot, our legs get hot. It's just the nature of what it is, the way the body is and those motors. It's kind of what you sign up for. So that, in combination with the ambient temperature being like 85, 90 degrees, that being on the highway, which automatically puts the temperature up with the asphalt and all the other cars out there, so you're probably looking at 100 plus. And you're looking at the amount of miles that I was doing consistently at that speed. So, yeah, it was almost like a perfect storm of just like, yeah, we're just gonna melt this thing. So, again, all that being said, Spyder is good to be riding and vlogging and doing all that stuff. And yeah, let's see where it goes from here. Speaking of which, now getting to the next part of the vlog here. My vacation. I am taking a vacation, and I've got to say this because, it's a tuxedo kitty. He's just like staring me down. Because motovloggers they can get touchy. These YouTubers, they're like, oh, you didn't watch my stuff, or you didn't comment on my stuff. It's like, all right, guys, I'm going to be, 1, on vacation. 2, I'm going to be in a totally other country. 3, this country has sketchy internet where I am. So, and I'm going to be on vacation. I'm taking a complete break, no new videos, I'm not filming this vacation, any of that stuff. So, yeah, I'm not going to be watching any videos. So I apologize in advance for anyone that gets offended for me not commenting on any of their stuff or watching their videos, because that's just silly. So I am going to skip, I believe, in my head, I have a timeline. I'm skipping 1 week of videos. For the first time since I've started motovlogging, I will miss an entire week of videos. Mostly because I just don't want to put out a video and not be able to promote it. 2, not be able to like respond to comments or see anything like that. I just think it's better if I'm just like, take a break, everybody takes a break, and then come back, I'll have a video come out the Sunday that I come back. I think that makes the most sense. So that, and I have a ton. I probably have a good two and a half months of videos just backed up. What are you doing? What are you doing? So what was I saying? Yeah, so I have a bunch of videos already done, fully edited, all queued up, ready to go. So I'm gonna run through those for the next probably couple of months, and as I'm doing that, I'm gonna start filming other vlogs for the winter, because I like to backlog videos for the winter too, because really, by the time I come back and we're looking at it, I'm looking at the end of August, September. So our summer's gonna end and it's gonna start getting a little colder, so I should be able to ride it to November. So as far as videos go and all of that, we should be 100% fine. So there we go, there are the updates. That's what I wanted to talk about. So I do have some other kind of updatey type videos of what's been going on and things like that, but those are totally separate videos that I can nail out individually, which I will do at a later time when the time is right and when it's appropriate. But with all that being said, I appreciate my flock. I appreciate anyone who kind of reached out and asked me how I was doing and what was going on with the Spyder. That was cool. I definitely appreciate that. But what I'd like you to do now, it is that time of the video to go down there, do all the YouTube stuff, do the liking and subscribing, the sharing, share it with all your friends, share it with people who like bike stuff, share it with people who might like silly stuff, share it with anybody, including your mother. My mom! And while you're down there, leave it a comment, doing all that fun stuff. I got discount codes for you guys to save some money on the Lunafide and Blackphoenix merchandise. Go down there, I got links and discount codes for all that cool stuff. And share that as well, because you never know who might like it. And enough is enough. I've been rambling on and on enough about stuff. So thank you, flock. Thanks for rocking with me, rocking with the flock, and see you guys in the next video.